Today we're going to make flowers in a vase. First, we'll need to make the stamp. You'll need 3 pieces of foam and a pen, a dull pencil, or a wooden stick. These utensils are going to be used to engrave or push in the foam where our drawing of our flowers are. I started off using a pen and I realized that the pen was resisting my drawing on the foam. It wasn't drawing as neatly as I had hoped. So I used the pen for a little bit, but then I ended up ditching the pen and going to the pencil. The pencil actually worked the best. I started with the center of my flower and then I made the petals from there. We are just doing a line drawing of each of our flowers. Make sure they all look different. Make sure you push extra hard with your pencil. If you can't feel the indent of your drawing with your finger, then that means you need to go over it again. If our indents aren't deep enough, then the ink will settle in there and we won't be able to see our flower when we go to print. Make sure your name is on the back of each one of your stamps with either a pen or a Sharpie. Sharpie would actually be best so it won't wash off when we go to work with these stamps. For my second flower, I drew the center first, again, so that way I had a base to go off of when I put my petals on. Draw all 3 of your flowers. Make sure that when you're drawing your flowers, you use up the entire piece of foam. Otherwise, your flowers will be too small for the size of project that we're doing. Use the whole piece of foam when you're making your flowers. Now it's time to print. You'll need a messy mat to cover your table. You'll need a piece of plexiglass or a plate to put the ink on, a popsicle stick or a jumbo popsicle stick, a brayer, which is the roller, your stamps, and then you'll need 6 pieces of paper. You're going to print each stamp 2 times. So if you have 3 stamps, you need 6 pieces of paper. Put all the paper to the side except for one and pick a stamp to print first. Here is my brayer that we'll use to apply the ink, and the popsicle stick is to scoop out the ink out of the container. We'll use block printing ink. Scoop just a small amount onto your plexiglass or paper plate. And we're going to roll out the ink. We don't want to just glob a glob onto our stamp. We want to make sure we coat the entire roller. So we're going to start by going up and down, making a small runway in the middle. See how it's only coating the middle of my roller? I want to cover the whole thing. So instead of just going up and down over and over again, you're going to go across too, back and forth. Go up and down, and then go back to going across. Please do not cover your entire plate or plexiglass. If you do that, your ink will dry out too quickly and you will waste it. Try and make a mini runway in the center of your plexiglass or plate, keeping it condensed to one small area. Once you feel that the ink is tacky or sticky and even all over where your runway is and your roller's completely coated, you're ready to roll the ink onto your first stamp. Roll the ink on. Make sure you cover the entire flower. You can leave a corner unrolled with the ink so that you have a place to hold on to. You only need to get the flower covered. We're going to end up cutting the flowers out eventually. Next, you're going to lay your stamp on top of the piece of paper. You're going to kind of press it down so that it sticks onto the paper, and you're going to flip it and rub the paper side. If you try and rub the foam side, it moves all over on you and it might mess up the print and it could slide. So rub the side of the paper. Peel up just a corner, see if it transferred, and if you want to, you can pull that back down and rub it some more. Check it again, and if it looks good, go ahead and peel it off completely. Repeat these steps 5 more times. You may not need ink for your second print, but for your third print you will, and probably your 5th print. So every 2 prints you will need just a itty bitty bit more ink to replace the ink that you're taking off and putting on the paper. Once you're all done with the 6 prints, put them in the dry rack to dry, and it's time to make the vase. To make the vase, you'll need a black piece of paper, some neon paint. First, write your name with a white crayon or colored pencil on the back. Don't forget your class as well. Once you have that, you'll need a tray to tape the paper down to so it doesn't move while you're using the paint. Next, you'll need little cups of neon paint, and there should be marbles inside. Use a utensil to help put the marble on your paper. Only use 1 marble at a time, and when you're ready, shake the tray that you're using so that the marble flies around on your paper. Go back and forth and up and down. Take the marble out when it's clean and put it back in the paint container. Do the next color, and the next color, and the next color after that. Now it's time to make the vase. Take your vase paper and fold it in half vertically if you want a tall vase. If you want a short vase, fold it in half horizontally. I want a tall vase, so I'm folding mine hot dog style or vertically. Make sure you crease it really well, and now you're going to use a pencil or a white crayon or colored pencil, and you're going to draw your vase. Draw the top and the bottom of your vase. Try and do it near the top of your paper and the bottom of your paper so it's nice and tall. Make sure you're doing it on the crease side of your paper. Once you're done drawing the top and the bottom, make the side of your vase. You can make whatever shape vase you would like. Once you have it drawn, cut it out. Make sure you cut both layers at the same time. Throw your scraps away and start assembling your collage. Glue down your vase first. Make sure that you glue your vase near the bottom of your paper so you have room for your flowers. Next, cut out all of your flowers. You can do a bubble cut around the flowers. You don't have to cut right on the petals. See how I'm cutting around my pointy petals? It would take way too long to cut in between all of those, but it's your choice what you want to do. As you cut, arrange them on your paper. Glue all of your flowers down in a bouquet style. Use an oil pastel to draw stems and leaves for each of the flowers. Sign your name at the bottom of your paper and you're finished.